The new Possessed free-to-play Saiyans are quite good, but how should you build their hidden potential? How's it everybody, Celtic Link here. We are back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the new free-to-play Possessed Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. Once again, Dokkan has proven that they have figured the game out when it comes to building free-to-play characters, and these guys are no exception. Not only are they quite good in their own right, they support the baby and the new Possessed Saiyans LR quite well. So, without further ado, let's hop on in. Let's take a look at each of these and break down their best hidden potential. So, starting with the Gohan here, we have attack type Key 3, HP attack defense 50%, AGL enemies attack defense minus 30%. Then his super attack will greatly raise attack for 1 turn, cause supreme damage, and raise allies attack by 18% for 3 turns, self-excluded. His basic conditions give corroded body and mind or tech type allies Key 3 and defense 30%, along with an additional 30% attack for characters whose name include baby or possessed. Per corroded body and mind category ally on the team, they get attack and defense 50%. And when there's an ally including baby attacking the same turn, changes key spheres from tech to STR, attack and defense 100%, chance of evading enemies attack and damage reduction rate 20%, and guards all attacks. When attacking with 12 or more key, he gets an attack and defense 200%, and as the third attacker in the turn for 1 turn or for his first appearance, he gets an additional super attack and a high chance of evading enemies attack, and corroded body and mind allies an additional 10% defense. Now, this is incredibly important because it does give basically what it does is it gives characters on corroded body and mind, or characters who are specifically baby or possessed, they end up by the end of his full passive with a 30% defense raise and an additional 10% here, and then an additional 10% here. So by the end of this full passive, he's got 40%, 60% defense, and 30% attack. That's quite good, combined with the additional damage reduction rate. So you can see, like, the character is truly designed to be run on a team with the new baby Dokkan Fast and the new LR. That's just the way it is, and honestly, can't blame them, right? I think this is kind of how free-to-play units should be. Flipping over to the Trunks, you're gonna see a lot of the same things, right? 18% for 3 turns on the super attack for the allies, corroded body and mind 30% defense, 30% attack, where you will, and all of this part of the passive is essentially the same except which orbs they're changing. Now, where things begin to sort of shift is down here in their 3rd slot passive, right? You can see, like, in his case, he is giving corroded body and mind 20% attack and 30% attack here with an additional 10% crit. So while Gohan supports defense, Trunks supports attack. And then Goten, similar thing, again with the 18% raise for 3 turns. Key support, and supporting both attack and defense for 20%. And then his 3rd slot passive provides a 30% raise for both attack and defense for baby and possessed allies, as well as an additional 5% chance to evade. So they all support in different ways. And the neat thing about them, right, what makes them special is this 3 turn raise. This is similar to the Dokkan Glorio's 3-turn passive, except this is on the SA raise, which makes it actually makes it a little bit interesting, because there's a lot you can actually do with this as long as you keep all three. If you keep all three of these as your third slot floaters, this passive will basically always be up. And consider the fact that they do have some built-in additional, and that right there is exactly what we're going to play into. So when we look at their hidden potential, starting with the Goten, my best recommendation is, of course, since they are a free-to-play unit, to go that full dodge route. That's going to be the best option for them because their defense isn't the greatest, and their max possible max possible dodge is only 70%, which can fail, right? So best to go that additional dodge for that extra proc. For their sub, you want to go into the additional. So for Goten being a Fizz type, you can lean into the additionals, and he's going to get a little more. So I recommend going max dodge, which gives a Fizz type like Goten a 25% chance to dodge. Now, if you don't have level 5 dodge orbs, that is only a 15%, but if you can at least get them to with at least one level 5 silver or gold orb, I think you'll be in the clear for them to get them to that 20%. And then, of course, if you have additional skill orbs and dodge skill orbs, those are the best, but I'm going to assume that most people probably don't have the dodge additionals because those are pretty rare. So just focus on giving them the dodge and let their innate hidden potential take care of their additionals. They get enough additionals on their passive. For the Trunks, same thing. As an int type, he's going to have that extra 5 built in. So if you give him 2 max dodge skill orbs, you can actually boost him up to 30, which is what you want to do. So you want to give him a 30% chance to dodge with the additional 6, which equates to 12% chance to do an additional attack. They don't really need crits, even though they are giving crit, some of them, to their allies. They themselves don't need to crit. They're not going to be dealing damage. Their function is that support in the third slot for Baby and the Possessed Saiyans, and that's what you want them to do. For the Gohan, same thing. As a tech type, he's going to have some natural crit, so he will have 5 crit, but that's just, you can't do nothing about that. So you will want to maximize his dodge again. As a tech type, he can get a max of 15 nodes in the dodge. However, if you have the special dodge equips to give him a 5 in both the gold and the silver, I recommend doing that, pushing him up to 25, or at least getting as close to 25 as you can, right? Like I said, a minimum of 20 is probably going to get you where you need to be for them, right? Again, they have that innate 70% on the Baby team, but you're probably going to want that little extra cushion just in case, since they are a free-to-play unit. And then, of course, invest the rest into additional attack. That's going to be the best thing to do for them, in my opinion, to maximize their support abilities. You could, if you really trust that 70% chance to dodge, flip it and invest fully in additionals in all of them, pushing each one of them to about 25 additionals, equating to about a 50% chance to do an additional super attack. You could do that to gain yourself a possible additional stack for the team with that 18%, but that's a risk you gotta weigh. My opinion is to lean in the dodge since they are a free-to-play unit, but the additionals can work depending on the play. Now, I would definitely recommend you take the time and do this now. All 3 can be gathered from the 2 Dragon Ball Story Baby events. The Goten from the Baby Saga event, he can be recruited from level 2 on that stage, and the medals to awaken him can be pulled from the the medals to awaken him can be pulled from stage 1 on the targeted Saiyans, or I actually recommend coming over here to the finale and running stage 2, which will drop both the Gohan, the Goten, and the Trunks medals, and then running stage 5 for the Vegeta medals, which you do need also to, or I'm sorry, not the Vegeta medals, the stage 6 for the baby medals. You do need the baby medals to awaken them. And then, of course, like I said, Gohan can be recruited on stage 3 and Trunks on stage 4. It is recommended to do it. Not only do you get stones for doing it, but of course you get these great free-to-play options to support Baby's team, right? The difference between Baby and the Saiyans with these guys on the team is like night and day. They really do wonders for the team, and if you're gonna run Baby, I recommend running these guys, because especially if you have the LR and Super Saiyan Gohan and Goten, because they will do let's see here, they will do wonders for these guys, especially helping them out, being that all three share 4 links, which is pretty good for the LR. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, how did you build your hidden potential for the 3 possessed Saiyans? Like I said, I do find dodge is probably the way to go, since they are free to play units, but you can also swap it for the additionals if you really want to push that additional stack. But let us know what you did in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.